Hi, everybody. I'm just going to be discussing briefly some of the topics that we're going to be talking about. And chapter 3 is about principles of program evaluation and how to create goals for your workshop. And I really like this part because it helped us understand goals and help us understand that goals are meant to help students learn. And the goals, if the goals aren't in alignment with what the students need, then it's not going to be helpful for the workshop, and how the goals need to help capture the bigger picture. The main point that I thought was most interesting was the questions section and how they talked about the importance of questions and how that helps us know what the audience need. And I noticed that in my workshop, when I asked complex questions, it was much harder for the audience to understand the material. But if I asked simple questions, they understood the point of the exercise and helping them learn the material better. The next topic is on ethics and family life education and how there's many different kinds of ethics, and one of them is relational ethics, which is how people work together, how they collaborate with each other. And the next one was the principles approach, was helping students understand the material through teaching them principles to help them solve their problems. Virtue ethics, in my mind, what I learned was how virtue helps me know what I need to be as an educator. Uh, Principles and virtue ethics are both, I think, are connected with each other, because the principles are what I'm teaching them, and the virtue ethics is, am I applying what I'm teaching to my participants so that they can learn and understand the material better to help them and their families. And I think that it's very interesting how the virtue ethics is in helping me understand what I need to be and helping know what I need to do. The next section was about professional ethics and practice. And I thought this was interesting because it taught me the different levels of how to teach someone, and it helped me a great deal. Like for level 2, I really liked a lot, and it's what I used to help me know what kind of needs my audience has and what level I'm at for teaching and the information that I have. But I think the most important thing is teaching them the truth. And if you're teaching them the truth, then the principles will be effective in the teaching and to help the students apply the truth. Now, I really enjoyed the ethical decisions making process, where they talk about how to apply the principles, understand people's relationships, and also to understand conflict and finding the solution, and also making a decision of what to do in those given situations. And so this was probably my favorite part of the reading, was to help me learn how to help people solve problems. And these steps are very effective in helping people solve their family problems. The next step was levels of involvement. And I think for me, I chose level 2 because that's the level where I'm at, where I can give information and advice to help them understand the material, to help them know what they need to do to help the students improve. And the information and advice section talked about how we need to engage the audience. We need to help them talk. We need to help them talk to each other so that they can learn from each other and to create an environment where they feel safe. And to also make good referrals if there's more help that they need that I can't meet their needs because I don't have that certification. And to also help them know what books can help them and what information can help them, as well as helping them find resources throughout the community and helping them understand where their resources are. The second level, or the third level, was another one that I liked a lot. I'm not going to use level 3 because it borders on therapy, except it doesn't deal with trauma. It doesn't deal with trauma care. It is meant for basic struggles and basic problems that people face, like parents trying to help their children learn things more effectively and those sorts of stresses. The background of the levels was a very interesting section where they talked about um, how to uh, have, well, the main thing that they were talking about was how in the past they had these family physicians and they were helping people with disabilities and illness, but they weren't trained to help them with intensive family therapy, which was really what they needed. And so the levels were meant to help the people in their jobs, to help them know what level are they're going to do to help train them. The next section was about how to reconceptualize the domain and boundaries of family life education. And this section I thought was really interesting because it helps us know how to solve the family problems. It helps us know what roles can define uh, what role do I take on as a family life educator. And the next section I thought was extremely interesting. It was on family life education and these different things that help people in family life education. And one of them is communication, and how me communicating with them clearly what they need to do is what's going to help them learn how to communicate better with their family members. And the skills I learn will influence how they're going to communicate with each other more effectively. And also, if they understand human development and how people develop and understand things and learn things, then that's what's going to help them as well. Thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you watching my video, and have a wonderful day.